Welcome to the Healing Spirits Here and There podcast with Terri and Amanda, where you'll hear spiritual perspectives, weird mediumship experiences, and try intuitive and trust-building exercises for yourself. Join us every Friday. Like and subscribe to never miss a show, and let's get started. Welcome to Healing Spirits Here and There. I'm Amanda.
And I'm Terri. Today we are going to be talking about scrying. Amanda, do you know what scrying is?
No, it's you told me a little bit about it before, but is it anything like crying? So I'm good at that. Oh,
No, but you could scry in water, and if you want to collect your tears and scry on those, maybe you can.
it's kind of like Harry Potter, right? Where they collect the tears and then it has memories in it.
Right, see? Maybe we're onto something. Well, you'd have to do a lot of crying to get enough to see through.
Yeah, I don't want to do that much crying. Pass.
Right?
Hard pass.
So, let's get to it, right? So, scrying is about seeing and reflections of stuff, messages, pictures. It just takes you in a different place, and it's all about like seeing through the aura and looking past or looking in a gaze. This is what you're going to do as well. I like scrying because there's so many ways to do it.
Okay.
So, like, for example, you could scry in a black mirror. Oh, look at it, there's a reflection of us.
Hey.
So there, a black mirror is probably one of the really good ones to use. I use that. You
Isn't
can.
there something about that in history, like a obsidian black mirror or something that people
Well, I
would
have an obsidian black ball.
Whoa, I didn't know you had that.
How funny you would ask. And then I was like, but I have a ball. See my little ball? So you can do it in crystal balls.
Oh, so the classic like crystal ball is actually scrying.
Scrying. Yes. It's seeing things or pictures or whatever. You could do water scrying, and I once heard of a lady that could water scry. She was always talking about how well she could do it, and I begged her to come over and do it for me. And finally, she said she was going to come, but every time I booked her, she'd always have an excuse not to come, and I don't know why. But I've always often to pay her, so I don't know why she didn't come to show her talent, right? So whatever. That was so 15 years ago.
Oh,
But yeah. Another way we can scry is through fire. And that's probably another one of my favorites. Yes, I like to scry in fire, in candles or in fire pits or chimeneas. We just got a new table and chairs for the deck, and it was that big Costco one. It has the fire in the middle, and we were out there, me and Les, last night for a while, but I wasn't able to kind of get into that mode because it's like a ring of fire. I don't think it should make a difference, but for whatever reason, I just think I like to see the fire right up in front. Fires built from wood, or I see the most stuff in.
Okay, that's what I was kind of wondering if that does make a difference.
I don't think it would make a difference. If you had enough tears and someone knew how to read water, you would be able to read those tears.
Sure.
But funny story, I think that you could scry in your window.
I guess any like kind of reflective surface, or the story you talked about before was smoke. And so it's not necessarily reflective, but it's moving like the fire, right? That could create some images.
Right.
Interesting.
I just know how to do it. And to be honest, I don't know. Somebody out there could tell me I'm doing it wrong, but I call it cloud gazing, but I really think it's cloud scrying because I do not have to I just look and there's so much there for me.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just, mesmerized by it. So I think there's many things that you could use. Could you come up with some on your own, Miss Amanda?
Yeah, but just you say you look and there's so much there for you. I think
Mm-hmm.
a really important thing is that you have to be open and receptive to this
Mm-hmm.
information, because maybe it's all there, but
Mm-hmm.
you won't see it if you're not open to it. Like, oh, maybe there is messages for me, in the
Mm-hmm.
clouds or wherever. And
Mm-hmm.
anyways, what Terry's getting at is sometimes when I'm laying in bed, there is a silk pillowcase, and I do see things. And I did not realize it was scrying, but it is reflective surface, the
Mm-hmm.
silk is. And
Mm-hmm.
just for example, just this week, I've seen two things there. The first thing was a swan, and I was like,
Mm.
"Is he a duck?" But its bill was a little bit more pointy and dark, and so I had to look up the swan versus the duck to kind of see the difference. And it was definitely a swan. So then I looked
Mm-hmm.
up the, spirit medicine of a swan. And then
Mm-hmm.
yesterday I saw a standing lizard, and I was like, it was a lizard, but it was standing up. So I was like, what is that? What's a standing lizard? So I literally went on my phone and searched for standing lizard. And you know what?
Mm.
There's something that looks identical, and it's a monitor lizard. And it was
A what?
a monitor. It's like a very large
I was
lizard.
gonna say, is that big? Like a gecko, like not a gecko, but like a kimono or something?
It's like it's a very large lizard, and it represents like power and protection and some other things like that. But it was like I didn't even really know what lizard that was, but it was very clear that it was standing, and they're like the standing lizard. And so I'm really seeing a lot of animals in
Mm-hmm.
there.
Mm-hmm.
I just thought that was interesting.
In my
And
book, Swan is magical realms are opening. Trust in your heart, in your true self, in your creativity. New opportunities are coming.
ooh,
But I
yeah.
don't have standing lizard.
Oh, and I just wanted to add a little bit of history of scrying, because
Okay,
I
cool.
don't know a lot about it. Terry knows a lot more than me, so I just wanted to look it up. So I'll share with you guys. Scrying has been around for centuries and been practiced in many cultures around the world, including the ancient Greeks and Romans used scrying. It was very
Mm-hmm.
popular among tribes in Europe. The Aztecs, the Mayans, and Central America used scrying stones. And many Native American tribes also use this with crystals and water, like you were talking
Mm-hmm.
about. So, it may seem really woo woo, because it is, but it's been around for a long time.
But I like woo woo.
Yeah. And, I always say this, but I really think it's just being open to your relationship with like the natural world around us, right? It has
Mm-hmm.
a lot to say and
Mm-hmm.
communicate with you if you're open to that communication.
Absolutely.
Mhm.
Absolutely. You can, I don't know if I want to throw him out there. Um, but I get mad because he can do it and I can't, but Les can see in the crystal stones. Like he would practice and say, okay, we'll pick 5 stones out of this big treasure box. I have a treasure box and it just has a bunch of stones in it, amethyst, whatever, just bunch of stones. Just pick 5, whatever you're drawn to. And it was always, when you said animals in your thing, it was always animals. And he would read these animals out of this, and we would just look up the meanings of them, but it was
Mm.
never about people or this and this is happening. But he can see animals through those stones like crazy, and to
Really?
be honest, pretty spot on.
Wow.
And I'm like, yeah, ain't getting it.
Yeah, so it's just like we always say,
Yeah.
everybody is different. Everybody
Yeah.
receives different and have different
Mm.
connections.
Hmm.
And so
But
that's
any of the
cool.
other stuff, he's like not. But the crystal stones, he's really good at that. And that's the only thing he'll play with me. Like, I'll play that one with you.
Gotcha. He's like, I ain't doing anything else. This is
Yeah.
my specialty.
Sometimes clouds. Sometimes clouds.
Okay.
I think you have no choice when I get so excited about seeing something, and I'm like, I see, I see a blah blah blah. Do you see a blah blah blah? And then I won't say where, and they'll say, oh yeah, it's right there. And so
Mm,
that's validation that it is what you see.
yeah, it is. And you know what
So
I was just seeing real quick?
mm,
Nostradamus. Why can't I say it? Why can't
I'm so glad you have messed up problems like I do.
Nostradamus, right?
Right. You said
Okay.
it right.
Nostradamus used a bowl for scrying with water to see the future.
See?
So,
Water.
hey,
Water. Yeah.
water.
Yeah. I try in the bathtub,
Yeah.
but I think that I have to get past I have to close the shower curtain so it's just a little bit more darker in there so you don't see the light from the ceiling coming on. I have not had any success with the bathtub water. And maybe that's for a reason because if I saw something in the water, I'd get the hell out and then I would think something's in there, right? Because I could go there like that. But I didn't. Can you imagine someone staring at the toilet forever and you're looking in the toilet
Please
bowl?
don't scry in the toilet bowl, guys. Don't just,
I'm just messing. But you
there's
could.
lots of options.
You could.
Do not have to use the toilet bowl. So,
Okay, fine. So, anyways, my obsidian ball, which is my new one, it has this. I can't because of my. If I turn off this light, maybe we can see it.
okay.
Let's try. Maybe. But to me, see it? Do you see that reflection?
Yeah.
It's like an eye to me. So it's not in the whole ball. See, it's gone. It's only in one
Right. It's
spot.
just that
So
one.
I call this my dragon eye.
Ooh, fancy.
So that's what I call it. Somewhere. Where did it go?
Yeah.
Oh, that's the price tag. Let's not go there.
Why is the price tag still on it? Did you just get it?
I got it last year, and I think I was just so excited.
You've had that
I
for a year. The price tag. Okay, so can you tell me how you use that? Like, do you need it? Because there's so many, if you just held that ball up and stared at it, there's all these reflections from the light in your room and everything.
right. So I would take off the ceiling light. I would um sometimes I put this out or the mirror. I prop it up in one of those little stands that look like an A-frame, and
Yeah,
you stand it up like you stand this up in here.
yeah.
And then and of course I could see myself right now, and normally I can't. I do it when it's dark.
Oh, okay.
And if it's too dark in the room, then I'll light a candle, but I need to move the candle away far enough to where there's illumination, but I don't see it.
I see. Okay.
Okay. And then you're in the dark and you're just staring at this thing and then you're staring and you're staring and you're staring. And then all of a sudden you'll see colors or like misty, like
Mhm.
fog kind of go by.
Yeah.
And then you don't just stay with it, just stay with it, just stay with it because you're right there. You're right there. But I could probably say I probably messed with this for a year and never saw anything. And that because in my head I'm thinking I don't effing see anything. I don't know why I'm doing this. I'm not getting anything out of this. But it's practice and it's practice and it's practice. But this one, I prop it up in my bed. If I lay on my stomach and the lights are off, there's a little bit of light from the natural, not natural. Outside, we have what do you call those lights on the house? That lighthouse, allow the
Just the lights, like decorative.
like your lights that come on at night, dusted on lights. So there's a
Oh,
little bit of illumination out there, and the curtains aren't closed in my
I,
bedroom. So there's a little tiny bit of light. Or the best time is like when a full moon because it's really already brighter out there, so it casts
mm,
light, not a moon, on
okay.
this. So only because it gives more light into the room, and that I lay on my stomach and I see animals. One time I saw a house and I don't know what was up at the house. Sometimes I, very rarely, but I've heard things to where I'm like, Well, I'm supposed to be seeing, not hearing, but I think it takes you
Hmm.
into a place. I think it just takes you into a place.
Right. So if you
This
get kind of in that like zoned out where you're like looking at it and you're just relaxed, then you can
mhm.
just maybe receive.
This one is better because it's a wider surface. If you look at, your face per
Mhm.
this, you see what I'm saying?
Oh
You
yeah.
really got to hone in to look here. But here, you're looking at a whole
Right. You get a lot more area to
lot
work.
more area. And when I was doing my development circle things that I was putting on, I was making them. So I was going to the dollar store. So anybody can go make this. Go ahead, try. Tell me how it works out for you. But
Hmm.
I would go to the dollar store, get a clear plate, and then I would just spray it with high gloss black,
Oh, okay.
but not to where it drips. You don't want to drip. Be patient.
Yeah.
I'm not patient. Mine dripped. So you have to start over
Yeah.
because you let it dry, do it again, let it dry, do it again. So you can make your own. So that's a nice little cool thing you can do. My favorite is candles. And if you'd like to try another exercise, I would love to know how you feel about this one. So all the lights are out in the house, and you put a tea light or a votive or a tall candle or a big candle. I don't care which. I personally like the ones with one wick,
Okay.
not multiple. And you just sit there and stare for about a minute into the flame with your eyes open. Just focus on that flame, right?
Mm. Hmm.
And then you close your eyes and you see the flame in your eyelids, in your eyes, in your mind's eye, right? You could
Hmm.
see it, and then hold it. Keep seeing it and see how long you can keep it. And then sometimes it goes away. Then you come back to your candle. You're trying to teach your eye that this is what I want to keep seeing. So you keep seeing it. And then after you have mastered that part, then
Yeah.
you can, in your head, say, go left, go right, go up, get lower. Like in your mind's eye, not on the
Mhm.
table. So, and then pictures can come. But that's how I feel like we're focusing. I
Oh.
feel like it's twofold. I think it's clear seeing.
Hmm.
See, I don't like those clears. So it's practicing seeing and hear, and it's also trying to see past that. What else can you get?
I see.
See,
Interesting.
you
Yeah.
see,
Yeah. I see.
ding
Yep.
ding.
Cool. And then what was I going to say? So I have a bunch of trees in the backyard, and
Hmm.
I'll be just sitting there and I'll look out the window, nice sunny day, a dark day, whatever, as long as I can see the trees. I see so many faces in the trees. And so I don't know, it's not a reflective surface, but I do see things in the trees for sure.
Hmm.
Like
I
it's
don't know. People might think I'm shit, but I think those are tree spirits.
yeah, maybe.
Hmm.
Sometimes I will look at them and it's like so much information about them. Like it's people. Like I'll see
Hmm.
people faces, I see animal faces.
Hmm.
Pretty much
Hmm.
all I see in there. I don't see anything other
Hmm.
than that.
Well, what
But
other kind of faces are there?
I don't know. I mean, maybe I see a car. You know what I'm saying? But I'll see
Oh, okay, 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 okay. You're
like
scaring me.
sometimes I'll see like a face and it's like, oh, this person is like really kind of like a hothead, big personality, like blah, 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 blah. And I'll be like, why is he in the tree? You know what I mean?
Hmm.
Like, I don't know him. Is
Right,
this a tree person or is this someone's loved one? Why am I seeing that face in the tree? I don't know. I
right.
don't know.
Well, I would say what I tell all my clients, and I would journal it. I'd go get my journal right then and say, on this day, at this time, I saw this tree and this is what I felt. Because even if you can't own who it went to or what the message is or whatever, you saw it, you know it. And to me, you're only making it keep happening, keep happening. Just like I never really used to see like hearts. Hearts was I always would hear stories or see pictures of hearts in the clouds.
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't find one to save my ass. It was like trying to find a 4-leaf clover, and I have a friend who can find them like Johnny on the spot. And I'm like, how in the hell do you find that many 4-leaf clovers, right?
Right.
And I could be looking for days and they're not there. But
Mm.
just practice. And one day I said, oh, I seen one. I seen one. I seen one. Oh, yeah, that's kind. Yep, that's one. That's one. And then now I cannot begin to start. I could almost make a little mini book of hearts in the sky.
Wow.
Yeah, when I was in Hawaii, I saw one, and it's just a matter of, we were just talking on the last podcast too, is about believing and your thought process behind it. So
Mhm.
that's what I think it is.
Yeah.
Last
And
podcast? Yeah.
also, yeah. And if there's something you want to see and you don't see it, you can be like, add the word yet. I don't see it yet.
Mm-hmm.
Just like change that
Mm-hmm.
little tiny bit of
Mm-hmm.
the thought process behind it.
Mm-hmm. I say yet all the time. Yet. It's coming. It's coming. So, on our manifestation, kind of like off the topic a little bit,
Mhm.
did you have any luck with any of your manifestation?
Um, part of my manifestation was I want to get a new car and I want Noah to be better, right?
Right.
Well, I didn't really do anything car related. Like I haven't printed anything, I haven't gone
Hmm.
and test drove anything. What about you?
I've been extremely healthy this last week.
Hmm.
I've had lots and tons of energy. I'm getting a lot done. I know
Hmm.
my health was one of them, and I'm finding little piece of answers, and things are maturing in that way. And then my Starlink came
Hmm.
and it got installed. We're running on Starlink right now. However, unfortunately, I have a hiccup where it won't work out in the studio. So now we've ordered a mesh, which is a, an extension, and it should be here. It said 2 to 3 weeks, but I think I'm saying 2 or 3 days. I don't know.
Gotcha. That's
Everything else just, I can't imagine. It's just a box. Just put it in the mail. They just need to put it in the mail right now. I need it.
come on, don't they know? Hello.
I'm manifesting this.
Yeah, you're manifesting it.
But so yes, I think that some of it has worked. I'm evolving.
Mhm. Yep, you're evolving. Yep.
Evolving.
So,
Good stuff.
do you have any other scrying stories?
Not scrying stories. But remember when I just kind of threw out there like you could do it in your window? I
Yeah.
don't know. Remember we were talking about if you can get in your head and sometimes people do or whatever. In order to scry in your window, you would have to be dark. It'd have to be dark out. So you couldn't have that outside light out there. So a pitch dark reflection. Then I would just be kind of freaked out if I saw something that was creepy.
Oh, I wouldn't like that. Mm-mm.
Right. So I just referenced that you could, but don't do it if you can get in your head like I or you could, right? Like you could see somebody like what, oh my God. What if you saw a reflection of somebody behind you and you turned around and there's nobody there, right? Because even though I do this work and everyone says I have movement in my house and this is happening, and I'm like, dude, they're not messing with me. And I'm like, bring it. I mean, that's one of those times where you don't want to bring it, right? Don't do this. Just don't do
Do not bring it.
Do not bring it because there would be nothing behind you in a sense. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Yeah, that's too creepy. That's too
Yeah.
creepy. And I'm
How about
definitely,
you?
I don't have any
Hmm.
stories that I can think of, but it sounds like scrying is um, a lot more than I thought it was. I thought it was just this, I didn't even realize a crystal ball or any of that stuff, but I feel like scrying could be the trees, the pillowcase, the anything you can see within
Mm-hmm.
something else. I guess that's kind of like what we talked about a long time ago, the thing where you see faces like everywhere.
Right. Right.
They kind of overlap, honestly.
We had a barbecue last night And we had some friends over, and JJ has gluten-free buns, and I got his bun out. I was defrosting, and there was this pissed off man in his bun, and it was like a really mean man. And I said,
So, have you ever tried reading that?
"No, I don't want to read his bun.
Why?
I don't know. I take pictures of it. I can send you a picture of his
I mean,
bun.
I'm curious. Yeah, don't. I hope JJ didn't eat the bun.
He did. He needed to eat his hamburger."
So I was wondering, this is
Okay.
kind of off topic, but so I brought up practicing telepathy before, and you were like,
Mhm.
I don't know about that. That's a little
Mhm.
creepy, a little creepy. But what if we practiced and the only thing you get is like what a person sends you? Not like you need
Okay.
to read their mind, right? Like
Right.
they have to purposefully send you a word, image, something.
Well, maybe true that. Well, you can baby step that and try like we'll agree to send a color.
Oh, yeah, yeah, okay.
Okay. So we could do that, and but we have to do it at a certain time so we're on the same page and not running around the house. And or yeah, so however you want to send it. If it's a color, then you could use a piece of fruit and you'll say, "Well, Terry, I saw a banana." And I'm like, "Well, I was sending you yellow."
I
Right?
okay.
So we could try that.
I was thinking like right now.
Okay, fine, cool. Let's go, girlfriend.
Okay.
Always putting me on the spot with pet readings and everything. Talk about someone who takes me out of my box.
Oh, this hair is driving me
Oh,
crazy.
okay. What's your color? We're going to do a color, right?
Yeah, let's do a color.
Okay. Are you sending me a color?
Yeah, yeah. Okay. I'm gonna close my eyes. I'm gonna see the color. Do you want me to see the color and like something
I don't
that's
care
that
how you
color?
send it to me. I don't care how you
Okay.
send it to me because I already have one in my head and I'm not sure I'm going to give it to you anyways.
Okay. I sent it.
Is it green?
Yes, it's green. That's awesome.
Ding, 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 ding.
That's so cool.
Oh
I
my God.
know.
Oh my God. That was so funny. Okay, me too. My turn. Okay.
All right. Oh no,
Okay,
I
wait.
already
Let me.
started to see the colors. I think I ruined it. Okay.
No, you didn't. Okay. Okay, wait.
I have to close my eyes. Okay. Sending, sending, sending. Oh wait, I need to close. Um, I feel like I'm wrong. I saw yellow, but first I saw purple. I don't know.
Well, yellow's what I was gonna send, but then since I mentioned it, I didn't. Okay, because I said I'm gonna send you a yellow banana, right? So it wasn't. And honestly, purple is my favorite color, and I figured you might have known that, so I didn't want to do purple. So I put some thought process into mine, and I
Okay, no,
picked.
hold on. Can I try again?
Okay, go ahead. Well, now you
Okay.
can't pick those two colors, right?
Yeah, I know. Look, at I'm doing
Do you want
process.
me to say keep the same color or change it?
Okay, change it.
Okay,
All right. Are you still sending it?
I am.
Orange. I'm
No.
wrong.
The
Okay,
first
hold on.
one was I was sending you a big pink bow,
Oh no, I
big
didn't get
pink
that.
bow. And
Mm-mm.
then the second one was I was sending you a red Christmas ornament.
No, I didn't see any of that.
And the red Christmas ornament is this big, and it's sitting over here because it's actually a Christmas glass ball, but inside is a candle. And so if I pack it up with my Christmas stuff, then it would melt. So I keep it hidden behind a sign over here
Oh,
until Christmas
that's so
because
cool.
I
You
don't
didn't
want it to melt. No, I can't believe I got the first one. That's really cool. That
Yeah,
was cool. I was
that
surprised.
was fun. See, I think that would be kind of fun to do. You
Yeah,
know,
but that's okay to be wrong. You're just practicing.
yeah. I mean, we never
There's
tried
no
that
wrong. This is a
before.
safe zone. You can mess up in here.
Yeah. Well, that was fun, Terry. We'll have to practice that.
I like it. I like it.
Yeah. And the
I was like,
audience, feel free to
woo,
say
I got
along.
it.
If you got it right, if you guys played along, put it in the comments.
Yeah, that's for real.
So,
I like it.
all right, guys. Next time we're going to be looking at numerology. That can be fun. So we're going to wrap it up and hope you guys have an awesome weekend. And I hope you enjoyed the show.
I hope they did too, because I did. From my heart to yours, I love ya.
Mwah.